Hello students, this is Nikhila from the Department of English, Patna Women's College, and today we are going to discuss the topic Chartism, which is an important topic related to voting rights and reform in Britain in the 19th century. The Chartist movement was the first mass movement driven by working classes. It grew following the failure of the 1832 Reform Act to extend vote beyond those owning property. Chartism was a working class movement aimed at reforming the outdated electoral system of the early 19th century. In 1832, voting rights were given to the property owning middle classes, but many still wanted further reforms. In 1838, the People's Charter was drawn up for the London Working Men's Association (LWMA) by William Lovett and Francis Place, two self-educated radicals, in consultation with other members of LWMA. The charter was launched in Glasgow in May 1838. The meeting was attended by an estimated 1 lakh people, and the petition was presented by Thomas Atwood to the Parliament, yet the Parliament voted not to consider it. The charter had 6 demands. The first was universal suffrage. In 1838, only 18% of the adult male population of Britain had the right to vote, and before 1832, only 10% could vote. The charter proposed that vote be extended to all adult males over the age of 21, apart from those convicted of felony. The second was no property qualification. Potential members of Parliament needed to own property of a particular value. This prevented a vast majority of the population from standing for election. By removing this particular requirement, candidates for elections would no longer have to be selected from the upper classes. The third was annual parliament. The charter proposed annual parliaments because till then it was difficult to replace an unpopular government. A government could retain power as long as there was majority support. The fourth was equal representation. The charter proposed the division of constituencies into equal size and the division of United Kingdom into 300 electoral districts. The fifth was payment of members. Members of Parliament were not paid. As people required income from their jobs to be able to live, this meant that only people with considerable personal wealth could afford to become MPs. The charter proposed that MPs be paid an annual salary of £500. The sixth and the most important was vote by secret ballot. Voting at that time was done in public using a show of hands. Landlords and employers could hence intimidate and influence their decisions. The charter proposed that voting be done by secret ballot. In April 1848, a third and final petition was presented by a radical leader, Fergus O'Connor, the editor of the Northern Star, a weekly newspaper that promoted the Chartist cause, but it was rejected again. Despite the Chartist leaders' attempt to keep the movement alive, within a few years it was no longer a driving force for reform. Thank you.